Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Spirit, and this is my channel. May the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be accepted and down on sight. O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And please, for my daughter and myself and all my family and friends, watch over us as we sleep. Send your guardian angels and bless us. In Jesus' name, I pray and I plead the blood. Amen. Okie dokie. Now, uh, God placed on my heart to, from one of these, because I think I have two more left to do, uh, to let you all, my tribe, know something about me, even though I have an earlier film about me and uh, where I was raised and different things like that, uh, my life and times. Okay, so I'll do that, uh, and I'll do different eras of my life, like what I was doing before I moved here. Uh, the things I did there and the things that I accomplished. But right now, uh, this is what I'm going to do is uh, where I grew up at and what I did and things like that. It's only going to be about, hmm, all right. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to do this. And like I was saying um, before, I ever since I started, uh, since I don't have a file cabinet or anything like that, I wanted to get something small enough and has the right things on it that I could put the names of the films that my Lord wanted me to research and get everything on it. So as He gives us, this is the book. This is the best one I got yet that I really truly like and easier to carry. It has an ink pen also on it. So uh, this is the book. And what I do is that I treat it like a file cabinet. And what I do is this. Whenever God gives me something that He wants me to film and let y'all know, uh, it, it may be several things at one time or just one. Okay, and so I put it in this. You can tell this one is very complicated because the whole page is full of things I needed to remember when I was filming. This one is how to get closer to God. That's why it's so complicated and so much stuff. The next one is, I'm only going to show you a couple. Okay, okay, let's see here. This one, I also do special films, uh, like for Father's Day, my father's birthday, and th- that is when my daughter and I team up and do a special Father's Day film or for his birthday. Okay, so this one is called A Father's Day Tribute to my father because he's a special person. Okay, so uh, I will tell you, I now have this whole book full of titles that God gave me. And when I finish one film, I will put film in red and the date so that I will know I finished that. And it's in here because they are important on certain days as God give me. He might want me to film one of these or give the message of one of these, and I have in here, and I can go back and do that. So that's the book. I ran out, so I got a new one. Okay. Uh, and I think it's like a file coming, like I said. This is it. It's beautiful. Okay. Uh, and so here I will show you. Okay. I'm able to put the names. Like if God gave me a name right now for me to do, I just scribble it here and say number one here. Okay, I will start at the top and put the name of it and scribble it. And as I get names and more, I will go here and put it here. There's more information I can put there and uh, do my outline. Okay, and notes here and the topic here, and this would be the series it is. Okay, so this one is better than the other. So now let me continue with you all and tell you a little bit about myself and how was my life growing up. Because God wants me to let you all know. Uh, well, I was, let's see, 7, 8, let's see, 8. I was number 8 out of 10 children. Uh, let's see, 7 boys and 3 girls. Yeah, 7 boys and 3 girls. Uh, I was very proud of my brothers and sisters. Uh, but I was a little naive back then. I didn't know what was going on. My big brothers and sisters, you know, would love me. But that wasn't the case. I'll let you know. when I was in, what was it, the fifth grade, uh, back then our schools was segregated. Then mm, the Europeans decided, like they always do, they decide something, uh, but they don't go through with it, are ready or prepare the people of color to succeed for what they want to do. So in this case, it was the same. They didn't. They could have, but they didn't want to take the time or the energy or the money to prepare us, the people of color, for what they wanted us to do. So when they wanted us to desegregate and go to the people of color, no, the European school, they let us know in a letter for our parents a year before we went there, just saying that we was going to going to this school and blah 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 blah. The times in that said nothing about preparing us for the difference that would be in their school. Okay, nothing about that, nothing at all. I loved my school and my teacher. I didn't want to go. Uh, I just didn't want to go. I wanted to stay with my teachers uh, because it was nice there, and the teachers were nice, and I was making good grades, A's. Okay, uh, and I was doing working very hard to make those grades, and I wanted my family to be proud of me, especially my father, and he was. Every time I bring my grades home, you know, he would say, "Good job," and smile, you know. I would let Mama see too, and she would sign it or whatever. Uh, but at the time, I did not know that uh, all of my brothers and sisters were narcissists. I just wondered why they were so mean to me, why they would get me in trouble and not say anything to Mama. And Mama was the one that would discipline the girls, and my daddy would discipline the boys. Uh, and so if I got into trouble by way of my brother or sister, I'd get a smack, backhand. That's what I call backhanded fist in my face. Okay. Uh, And then my sister or brother would laugh at me. That they enjoyed it. They enjoyed creating chaos in the house and getting me in trouble. Uh, her daddy was very intuitive. He's like me. I'm like him. I was doing good. And he said something was going wrong. Maybe he maybe he overheard one or two of my brothers and sisters planning a revenge on me or whatever. Never did nothing to any one of them. Nothing but loved them. And they would be yada 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 happy. Then the next thing I know, they would say something bad about me for me to react. So I got the message, and whenever they did something or said something about me to hurt me, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't cry or anything. I would just look at them and walk out. And that is how it came to be. And the older I got, I realized that something was wrong with them, mentally. Why would they do that to me? And why would they say this is daddy? And that was not the truth. Why would they always lie about me? Uh, Looking back, and if you would look at a family photo of all of us, they would always say that I'm the mailman's child or something, or, or, um, or they would say I'm a white man's baby. And if you say anything to Papa, they would beat me up. And of course, I didn't say anything because some that they would do, you know, when Mama and Daddy would be out of the house, they would gang up on me. Okay, so I started not being in the house. I would go up to the pecan grove and sit there and eat pecans and strawberries because the strawberries was up there too, and just wait until Daddy came home and I would come back to the house. So before we moved to the new house and land where we would be going to school, and I was hesitant, anxious, didn't want to do that. But I knew in my heart that no matter how hard it got at school, God would give me the information that would help me to succeed. Okay. Um, and of course, like I said, they did not prepare us by telling us how the teachers graded on a curve or whatever. Uh, how the test was, because at our school it was different than at their school. The tests were different. The books were better, and so uh, it was hard with the grades and the classes. As I got older, it was harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Uh, the first year was good. I made good grades, just like I was making at the old school. I always made good grades. Okay, I never got a C at my old school. Never got a B minus, or I think the whole year I might got one B, and the rest was A's, and it was a B plus before going to the new school. So I was anxious, a little fearful, uh, but I was with my big brother and big sister, and it was what was it, five of us going to this new school, and come to find out that it was only we were the only fly in the middle at the place that we was gonna go on the bus route. The only fly in the middle, only ones on that bus, the only family, and they were strange, you know, cause the stuff that they did. If we had did that and our parents found out, uh, we would get a whooping as soon as we got home. But like I said, they were strange, very strange. And we had never seen anybody. We knew that there was people different than us because we had seen them. Uh, but we didn't have to go to school with them or be around them. So now suddenly we had to be around these strange people. And they were so, wow, they were so disrespectful, doing silly things that they really should not be doing. We didn't understand it. Okay? I was a very quiet person, keeping to myself. And the first year of desegregation, my father bought this land, uh, 100 acres, point nine or five, my dad said, almost 101 acres. So once we began going to this school, uh, the people of color that got to know us, they thought we were rich. Of course, we wasn't. Uh, my dad was the only person in the house that was working. And as I always said, he always worked 3 jobs. Three, some four. Okay? Because mama was lazy. she would lay up in the bed, and my dad would ask her, "Can you please fix me breakfast while I go down to the barn and feed the animals?" And Mama wouldn't say nothing. And that's how narcissists are also. Uh, and they don't like orders. Uh, they want to control the relationship or the situation. And so my dad would say uh, her name and say, "Will you fix some breakfast because I have to go to work uh, after I feed the animals?" And of course, she wouldn't say nothing. She'd just lay in the bed and be there in the bed, just chilling, chilling, chilling. Uh, my niece said something like, what did she say? Uh, that maybe she had that thing when you get pregnant and you get this or whatever. No, she didn't have that. Uh-uh. She was just lazy and a narcissistic person. And she hardly did any work around the house. She would delegate, because, like I said, she had 10 kids. And she would put one, uh, the girls did the house, the boys helped daddy outside the farm and feeding the animals. Um, I'm just going to say a few words and then I'm going to close it and work on the last topic that I will do tonight. Uh, so, Daddy would work. He had a janitorial service, and had three. Uh, he would go to, I would say, three regular jobs that he had every week, and he would go to. And sometimes, if I asked, he would let me go. And and I always said, "I help," and he would say, "Okay," and smile. He knew as tiny as I was that I would do anything. And of course, my brother wanted to go too. So I went, and he said that he would have to do this and this and that, and clean off the desk and spray it and into the trash and all of that. Of course, I wanted Dad to see how good I would do. So my brother started with me, but all of a sudden he disappeared. And me, I was in this room emptying the trash for Daddy and putting the trash cans back. And while I was doing that, uh, my daddy asked me, "Where your brother at?" I said, "Daddy, I don't know. He disappeared while I was emptying the trash and cleaning off the desk." Of course, my brother was always messing and getting into trouble and getting into things. He he loved to create chaos. Okay, and a lot of times he get me in trouble. I would get the back end of my whipping. Uh, so that's that for the life and times of Dr. Spirit. And I'll finish some of the day. Thank you for coming and like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much. Take care of yourself and each other. And please pass it on. Namaste. Ba, 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 ba.